sister Ava," Lexi's dad pointed out one night at the dinner table. "You'd have a great time." Lexi shook her head. "I hate bugs, and I can barely doggy paddle." She remembered last summer when her parents had enrolled her in Hallard Day Camp, and she came in absolute last place in the swimming relay. Everyone was already out of the pool, drying off, and she still had one lap to go. "Come on, slowpoke," her counselor Gabby teased. "Stroke, stroke, kick, kick, big arms." Lexi tried her best, but the water stung her eyes and shot up her nose, and she was sure she swallowed half the pool. Everyone in her group had gone back to their bunk when Gabby finally fished her out of the water and handed her a towel. Lexi felt like a prune. Even worse, a pathetic loser prune. "Nice try," her counselor said. "You gave it your best shot." But Lexi was completely humiliated. Even the preschool group could swim faster than she could. No matter how hard she kicked and paddled her arms, she seemed to get nowhere. She sunk like a rock to the bottom of the pool. Once the swim teacher made her go in the deep end to try to tread water. As the rest of her group watched and whispered, she was sure about her. Lexi clung to the edge of the pool, terrified to let go. The lifeguard jumped off his tower and kneeled over her. "You okay down there?" he asked, ready to dive in and rescue her. Yes," she replied, mortified. "Just hanging out." "You want a kickboard?" Lexi glanced at the shallow end where all the little kids in swim diapers were using kickboards. "No thanks," she began. But it was too late. The lifeguard handed her a bright pink Dora the Explorer kickboard. "Just hang on and make your way back to 4 feet." After that near-drowning Dora disaster, there was no way, no how she was going to Camp Echo Pond. "Well, they teach you how to be a good swimmer," Ava assured her. "There's a zip line and canoeing, and Color War is awesome." Lexi remembered the photos Ava had showed her from last summer, her face striped with green war paint. She looked ridiculous. "I think I'll just stay here and paint pictures. Not my face," Lexi said quietly. Then her mom found out that the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City was offering an art-intensive program for kids 10 and up. This was the first year Lexi was old enough to go. It did sound pretty cool, studying with museum curators and learning the techniques of famous artists for a month in the Big Apple. "Lexi could stay with my sister Deanna. She lives a few blocks from the Met," her mom suggested. Dad groaned. Aunt Dee was what he called a wild card. She was nearly 30 years old and still taking college classes. Last year, she was going to be an accountant. Not a good idea, since she was always asking her mom to lend her money. But this year, she had decided Japanese would be a way cooler major, and she might even get to travel. "She's probably waitressing at night, so that won't work," her dad protested. He was a lawyer and had wanted to be one since he was 6, just like his dad and grandpa before him. He couldn't understand anyone who lacked focus and direction. "Nope, I checked. Deanna's taking the summer off to work on her thesis," replied her mom. "So it's perfect. She can watch over Lexi for the 4 weeks." Her dad finally gave in, although he suspected that Lexi would be watching over Aunt Dee, and not vice versa. Her mom's kid sister was colorful and spontaneous, everything Lexi secretly wished she could be. She wore funny, floppy hats and owned a pair of clogs in every color of the rainbow. She ate cold pizza for breakfast and packed pickle chips in her purse. She was never embarrassed, never sorry, and never too shy to speak her mind. When Lexi stepped off the train at Grand Central Terminal with her mom, Aunt Dee was waiting on the track, holding a big sign that read, "Welcome to NYC." She was jumping up and down, whistling through her teeth, making sure they spotted her in the lunch hour crowds pouring out of the train and into the station. Lexi giggled. Dee was hard to miss. "How's my brilliantabulous niece Alexandra?" Dee asked, hugging her. "Good," Lexi replied. And for the first time in a few weeks, she actually felt good. She was excited to be in the Big Apple. And Dee had plans. Lots of plans. "So first I thought we'd grab some pizza at Two Boots and cheesecake at Junior's," she began. "You hungry?" Lexi nodded, and her stomach rumbled to second the motion. "Just make sure you listen to your aunt. And don't talk to strangers or wander off," her mom reminded her. "And don't forget to use hand sanitizer." She'd packed Lexi's